Hello everyone. I can promise you that for the majority of knitters, they're not trying to be destructive while they're knitting. Instead, they're trying to take their destructive impulses and put them into a constructive method instead. Most people, when they knit, they want to end up with a physical product they can use afterwards. But that is not going to be the case today. Today, the plan is to be as destructive as possible. So, I'm going to be knitting using lipstick as my knitting needles. I don't mind so much if I sacrifice these lipsticks because unfortunately when I last wore them they did not feel as good on my lips as I was hoping they would, and also while this color looked good, this color it did not look as good as I was hoping for it to be. And I also got some yarn that I don't mind if it gets destroyed, so today we're going to see what gets destroyed first, the yarn or the knitting needles, or if it's about equal. Now, I know that I'm going to be pretty messy, so I got myself some rubber gloves. So that way, if it gets overly stained, I don't have to explain to relatives tomorrow why there are random marks on my body. Come to think of it, I probably should have done this after I took my shower and not before, but my hair really needed it. So the shower happened before. All right. You can see there's not much to work with, which is why we're bringing the bullet all the way out. There you go. They're about even. I've only used these like once or twice. When it comes to wearing lipsticks, I do prefer really bold colors. I don't necessarily have to stick with the reds, although a good deep red is amazing. I'm also a big fan of purples. I have my green, I have my blue. I guess I should make it relatively loose, so that way it can fit around this part. We're only going to go with 5. They don't smell half bad, actually. Oh, some lipstick has already showed up on the yarn. Oh, yeah. See, if you can kind of see, like right there, it looks kind of gritty. Which now I'm thinking about the Flyers mascot. And quite honestly, this would be totally something Gritty would do. Although I doubt he'd had the dexterity to knit. Okay. Oh. So the lipsticks are starting to affect each other. I'm seeing like some of the transference of the different lipsticks showing up on the other things. Like the silver is kind of marking it on the tube right here, while the dark gray is kind of like making it to the silver itself. Again, though, I almost feel like I'm being too careful. Like, once again, I'm the tool more than the actual object I'm using to knit. Ooh, we had our first severe transference. There we go. Oh, yeah. You see that? Boom. And now, like, some severe... I mean, I knit. I knit the piece. Now let's try Rogue Pearl. Oh yeah, look at that. Jeez. Woo. Let's make sure we slide it. Okay, come on. All right. So I'm not the biggest fan of makeup in general, simply because I'm largely too lazy to do it, but I love a good lipstick. I haven't really worn lipsticks too much, however, since the pandemic started, because it would get hidden by the mask, and what's the point of wearing lipstick if you're wearing a mask? Lipstick is definitely something I wear to show off to other people compared to other pieces of clothing. I love all the weird colors, because what's the point of getting a lipstick if no one knows that you're wearing it? And that's my knitting so far. Yeah, I think we got the point here, right? It didn't affect the lipsticks too much. But it did get the yarn like really dirty. Like I wouldn't want to use this yarn for anything else. I wasn't like trying to mash the lipsticks together, so it didn't really make things too much bad. I suspect the sentence I just said did not follow the grammatical rules of the English language. Anyway, that was today's entertainment. Have a nice day. In case you're wondering what I meant about how those colors looked on me, let me show you. There's one. Not that bad, honestly. It just didn't feel too good. And then we had this one. Which you can see is, as much as I would have liked it to, not really my color. Thank goodness there are hundreds of other shades to choose from. And now my lips are burning.